And then she said, oh, wait, we're live. And it's just me. So I'm talking to myself. I wasn't actually talking to myself, but I guess potentially I could have been. Hello, everybody, or whoever might be watching. 2 people watching already. Great. We're having our 60-second chat this week. Talk about the Bricklink Designer Program. Obviously, a couple of new sets that have been announced since last week. Officially announced since last week now, I guess we can say. But yeah, we're doing that. I'm going to just switch cameras here. Go back to this view and just do one quick thing here. Since we're waiting for people to come in, I'm going to do a little building as we talk. And of course, my face is not in the mirror, but Baby Yoda is. There we go. My big bug. Arg. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, as we're waiting for people to join in, we can do a little talking. I'm currently taking apart tower number 18-ish. Originally, I said I had 21 towers to build. Hey, sis. Originally, I said I had 18 towers or 21 towers to build, which is true. But every tower, almost every tower, as it gets higher, has a base it sits on. And those are technically smaller versions of towers as well. So I didn't necessarily calculate that originally. Hello, Eric. Welcome. So yeah, so I'm just kind of taking this apart, and as I do that, I'll give you a little update of what's going on. So I did discover that as I was unpacking my boxes, I did discover that I've got, sorry, move this tower out of the way. I've got this tower, which is one of my shorter ones, and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and on the trip back, it survived. Now, there is a little something rolling around inside, which I just saw and then disappeared again. I think it's just yeah, it's like one little piece. Sorry. It's like one little curvy piece that goes right here. But that survived pretty good. So I was happy with that. And then I had another one, that same thing. This is the first one. That's the second one. Like, this is the shortest, basically, small tower I have. Also survived really well. So the plastic bag idea got me thinking that even if it falls apart, and I did kind of do this when I came back from Alabama, all the buildings I put in plastic bags, just so that if they fell apart, then at least I have a plastic bag of parts, and I know that all goes together. So I grabbed the largest Ziploc bag I had today, which is like, I guess they call them extra large bags. They're like 33 centimeters long and 38 long, 33 across, something like that. And it kind of just snugly fits one of my newly rebuilt towers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, I actually ordered bags from Amazon. I've ordered like 30 of them. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to put each tower in a bag like this in a bin. So if a tower falls apart, I can pull out the bag and repair it. And it just fits snugly. Like I can literally, I can just kind of slowly slide the plastic back, and it eventually slides off. So it might be a bit of work. It might be something I'll do upside down when I'm taking it off. But anyway, so I came up with that idea. I placed an Amazon order today for that. So I was happy with that. I'm working on my next bin of towers over here. You can barely see it. There's like four and a half towers that have fallen apart. The half one was the worst one out of this lot. But I'm slowly rebuilding them. And I think this will not kill my connection, but I have like 16 towers sitting there, and then there's a few towers that are already kind of settled into the display there as well. So it's getting there. It is getting there. Castle to go. Yes, exactly. Take out castles. That's the idea. So yeah, there was that. What else was there? I was building minifig display stands, and I don't have any here handy, but what I can do is just quickly pull it up. Let's just open up this guy plus Just opening up pictures here because that's just easier to show. Yeah, so I was building minifig display stands. And I got a bunch to build, and I'm rebuilding some of them in that. Yeah, okay, here's a picture to show. Okay, let me just show this back up here. Share. Not like that, like that. So on this side, I've got my Looney Tunes display stand. Now, this one's actually too big. I built it once, realized it was too wide, had to rebuild it again. So probably not the best picture. Hold on. Let me just go back to me for a second because it's all about me. Just so I can go back to my photos and get the right image for you. Anyway, okay. This is a long-winded story, considering I haven't actually explained anything yet. Okay. So I built this 9 wide, no, not 9, 11 wide minifig display stand. I'm doing this for all my figs. When they were 16 figs in a set, then this would be an extra row of figs wide. So the original idea, the original one I had was, the original display stand I had was that I built for the 12 figs was narrower, like it was not as deep lengthwise as this. So I wanted them all to be uniform, and this basically gives me more shelf space as well. So I built them down to this. But anyways, as I was building these stands, I realized that I was running out of letters, particularly the letter E and the letter S. Now, for those of you who have seen my Lego room or have seen photos, I have series 1 to 22 all done with these letter tiles, like series 1 to 22. So S and E gets used a lot in series because there's 2 of them, S-E-R-I-E-S. So I was like, okay, I ran out. I might as well go and do some shopping. So I went to go buy some, or I went to go look at Bricklink and see how much they were. I think I mentioned this last week, but $5 a piece, at least minimum for the S, somewhere in there as well for the E. Let's just pull that up for a second and show you. Letter S, and yes, it was all capitals there. Letter S. Parts. There's 33 of them. Fairly quickly, here we go. Letter S. So for sale in black, color. So they come in lime and black, and I do have some in lime. They're lime with silver on them. If I go in black, though, someone has them new in Singapore for 93 cents. Now, that sounds great, and I would totally buy that, except for, let me just zoom this in a bit. What you might not notice right up front is minimum buy, $462. So yeah, can't really go with that guy. Next up, Ukraine for $1.08. Minimum buy $434. Now Ukraine's, I don't know if they're really shipping out of Ukraine right now, to be honest with you. So anyway, but that's only one letter. When you get into quantity, the first person that has quantity that's in North America with a reasonable minimum buy is 12 of these letters at $5.44 a piece. So that's a little crazy. So anyway, so yeah, $5 a piece. Let's try the letter E for a minute here. This comes in 3 gear. Oh, that's interesting. Let's just go inventory for this. I'm saying it's interesting just because there's something missing here. Letter E, another letter that is missing. Again, Ukraine, $1.30-ish. Singapore, $1.85. Again, this guy's got a $462 minimum buy. Now, I guess if I were to buy all the letters that he has, I could maybe hit that minimum buy. Next up, used. Again, these are all single quantities. Here's new in Poland for $3. Used 5. I'm just looking for something more than 10. 14 for $5 a piece. So anyway, so as you can see, that's a little high, and I decided to forego that. But then I realized that over on this side of my building, my room, I have some shelves, and I've got poly bags and like some of the smaller type sets that were gift with purchases or just things I bought over time, or received over time, like the Lego ruler, the triangle ruler that can help measure things for you. But I'm like, wait a minute, I think I bought a pack of these letters in there. So sure enough, I found, and this is, well, hold on, I can switch this around. Sure enough, I found letter pack. Ignore that LIM thing in there. Letter pack 4677. I actually have 2 of these, which comes with 60 letters. So I'm like, okay, good. I got at least a couple S's. 4677 comes with, let's just search for it here. Oh yeah, this is the set. That's why it didn't show up there at first. So this one comes with inventory, 67 parts according to this. The letter E has 3 of them. The letter S has 2 of them. So I'm good for another sign, basically. But before I opened this package up, which I already did, I was like, how much is this worth? I priced it out. It's worth about $180 for these 67 tiles. Luckily, I did find that. Hey, Mr. Blue. I actually have 2. I was lucky to grab these, and I bought these, I think, Windsor, Ontario, like 10, 15 years ago. There used to be a Lego store there. So I bought a couple at that point, and I'm glad I did, but I'm going to be short again very soon, so I don't know what I'm going to do. And yes, we've had conversations in my group before. Hold on. Yeah, I still have it here about the, about the white round tiles, which I do have a bunch of, and I bought them for doing more signage. The problem is there's no numbers in this series, in the white ones. So it'd be like white series, black, black numbers. So it might look a little strange. If they come out with numbers in the whites, I'll be happy in the round whites. The other thing is that I don't like about these necessarily is it is a little harder to get them level and to get them straight. Like it takes a little bit more effort. Obviously, when you have these types, right, they're all pretty easy to straighten up because they have edges. They're square. So anyway, so that's my little misadventure there. I did open up one of those letter packs. I am debating whether or not I want to continue doing that. I'm also debating that Singapore store, but I don't want to spend $400. I mean, if I can get letters that I could use, that'd be great. But it's a lot of money to spend, and I don't want to spend that. If it wasn't for the minimum buy, then I would totally place an order with them. But anyway, and there's the other question of if it actually is Lego. So my phone is charged, so I can disconnect that. So yeah, so that was my venture into letters. Like I said, building towers still. There are, it's about less than a month away to till I leave for Chicago. I've decided to leave the day before. I was gonna do it a one day trip, like leave Wednesday morning, drive 10 hours ish. 10 hours, that's the driving time, but then there's stopping for gas, food, breaks for bathrooms, border crossing, things like that. So I think I'm going to instead drive like 3-4 hours, stop somewhere in London, Ontario area for the night, and then start early in the morning. That'll at least leave my second drive to like 7 or 8 hours. I know that does make sense. 4 + 8 is 12. But just saying that'll be the full time it takes me versus, with stopping and stuff and getting gas. So that's, so I booked a hotel for London last night as well. There's more. I know there's more, but wait, I can't remember. Placed a Lego order yesterday or a couple of days ago to get the gift for purchase because, apparently I want to have them all, which I don't. But I like the little cardboard space guy, which we'll show in the news a few minutes from now. And yesterday I was following the Bricklink Designer Program news, which is I'll show that comment in a second, Yvonne. I was just going to say, sorry, that the Bricklink Designer Program, I was following it yesterday because it went live, and I was astounded how quickly it came and went, which we will talk about later on today, and how much actually Lego basically made out of it. So yeah, Yvonne, smart-ass sister. Oh yeah, which reminds me, I have something to show too. My sister, it's probably, use a Lego maker before spending $400. But with $400, at least I'd have more Lego. I mean, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. Wouldn't be really well, I guess if I buy enough letter tiles, it would be 400 tiles. Dave is trying to join us, but he currently has no device connected. They will need to connect their mic camera before you can add them to the stream. I can't even add him to the stream because he's not. Okay, now he's there. I guess I have to add him. Oh, hi, Dave. How are you? Did I say that out loud? Not like you couldn't hear me in the back in the green room, if you will. So, how are you?
Good.
Maybe we should start this thing at like 9:15. I'm just like cluing in.
No, it's totally my fault because my wife is actually out of town.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a single dad today.
Okay. Yep. I hear you. I was showing off my. I don't want to say my tower condom. No, my tower bag.
Yeah, the tower bag now.
Yeah. Well, I ordered a bunch of these, like $7 for a 10-pack. So I ordered 3 packs on Amazon because it's just a large Ziploc bag, but it just perfectly holds the castle. So I'm thinking this might keep it together, keep it from popping apart a little bit. And if it does fall apart, then I pull out the bag and I have all the parts right here.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
You just have to remember how to put it together, though.
Oh, well, I've done this enough times in the past week. I've got 17, 18 towers already built. I've got another one on my desk, which I had going earlier right here, that I'm dismantling to rebuild. So, it's fun times. I was just talking about my day. But before we jump over to what you were doing, I'm going to pull up another link here because my sister, I went to go see my sister on the weekend because it was her birthday. So happy, well, I've already said happy birthday to her, but for the rest of
the belated birthday.
There you go. So my sister, back in January when I went to Brick Cascade, Brick Fair, Alabama, I ended up going to Georgia as well, and stopping in at Atlanta Brick Company, and I had traded some boxes in that Dave gave me, which I probably should have paid him the money for that, but they gave me store credit. So it's like, what can I do? I looked at Classic Space. They had no Classic Space sets there that were bigger than, this big and, one of the small sets. So I was trying to figure out what to do with the money, and my sister called because she's like, oh, give me a tour. So I was giving her a tour on my phone using up data of the building, of the place. And I ended up saying, you know what? I'm going to get you something because I don't know what to buy. There wasn't anything there that was useful for me. So we ended up, I did buy something in the long run, but I ended up spending about $60 on top of the store credit. And I picked up a creator box for her, like a 1,500 piece box or whatever the value of those boxes part wise is these days. And the Harry Potter mosaic set, the art set.
Ooh, cool.
Because she wanted to do kind of mosaic-y things, and I think Harry Potter had the best colors at that point. The Classic Space one hadn't been released yet, which technically probably would have been the best colors. But so over the weekend, she wrong way. I was trying to pull up the picture. Over the weekend, my sister, or after that, my sister. Sorry, I'm trying to find the share button again. This guy here. Over the weekend. After the weekend on Monday, my sister started building some things. So she had built a couple of penguins that were part of that set, which are adorable. Cool. But again, she followed the instructions for those ones. Good job, Yvonne. But then she wanted to build something of her own. So she started working on a bird. And she said she was struggling with the beak because it just didn't look right. So they ended up getting to this, and I'm looking at this still trying to figure out exactly what's in between here. Because I don't think it's a Technic half pin.
No.
because there's not enough gaps. So Yvonne, you do have to tell me at one point what she said. My nephew came over, her son, and gave her the idea. So I'm not really sure what's in between here holding this together. I know there are techniques to do it, but I wouldn't think that she would know those techniques. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest because she's just starting. So anyway, Yvonne, in chat, or send me a picture later of how you put that together. Anyway, and then we had Chinese food, so we were sharing our fortune cookies. Yeah, I bought her Chinese food for Christmas, or for her dinner that
birthday.
Night. Yeah. So, there's the head. And then she built a bird out of it using the brick separator. Like, not many people think about using the brick separator.
Cool.
There was one more picture I thought. There he goes. So she took a better picture so that we could share it. And of course, I just shared all of them. So a little round tube thingy. Huh.
A round tube thing.
I'm trying to think what that could be. Anyway, she's stumping us, so good job. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's about it. It was a long day of it's a long day, a great visit with her.
That's a good job, Yvonne.
And we also went to the Mastermind Toys there and tried to buy a case of figs for the Muppets because she wanted a series, and I bought her that for her birthday too. She got spoiled, now that I think about it, because technically,
well, Jeff, I think you can afford that.
Well, I haven't bought her anything in about 10 years, so I probably owe her. Of course, that means she owes me too. A gray stick. I put in the holes. So maybe that was is it like a half a? I guess that was a Technic half pin or something.
Maybe.
Anyways, or chewing gum. But anyways, I'm just adding a laughter track here because that Nate didn't just say that now. But there's lots of laughing. Anyway, but yeah, we went to Mastermind Toys, which are a local chain toy store around here. Oh, Mr. K. Look who it is.
Wow.
You're in a trailer. No, are you in the trailer?
No, I'm in my living room.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought that curtain behind you was like the back window trailer.
Yeah, back window.
Yeah. Well, now that I see it, I can see where it is. But anyways, I should say that we went to Mastermind Toys, went to go buy a box of the figs for Muppets. And the lady's like, ooh, I don't know if I have any left. And I'm like, really? It's only been a week or two, right? So she went to the back. She came out. She's like, yeah, I don't have any left. We have some on the shelf. Like, you can pick some off the pins or whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. We'll do that. And then she came out about 10 minutes later and she said, I did find a box that I wasn't sure it was complete, but I did count the bags, and it is all 36 bags or whatever, and it was 3 full complete sets, so
cool.
We did get what we wanted. But just as a warning, apparently the Muppets are selling out. I had Muppets in my shopping cart for Shop at Home as well. I was going to place an order on Monday when that new gift for purchase came up, and they're sold out as well. So if you haven't got your Muppets, you might want to do it sooner than later.
Well, thankfully you got my Muppets. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And Dave, I might come down on Sunday to that show.
I'll be at the show.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I might come pop in at the show. So if so, I'll bring them there.
I'm actually looking forward to it, but because of the last couple of weeks, I am completely ill prepared for it. But I'll just wing it like I always do.
Yeah. She is talking about the Technic half pin because I remember the Muppet animal. Okay, it's just the spacing didn't look like it was right in that beak for a half pin to be in there.
I'm sorry, but did Dave just say that he's unprepared for a show? Have you not been preparing for like the past year?
Sure.
Like drilling all these holes in your basement and adding all those lights and.
But I have so much more to do. But I'm not going to bring the lighting. That's one thing I'm not going to do for this show. Is bring the lighting because I'm going to open, I think, basically a hockey arena with the bright lights. So there's going to be no need for me to have lighting on the actual display. But right now, as you probably saw on my Facebook post, I'm repainting the rails because they're really, really bad. I mean, the sap from the knots came through and then make it look like it's got the measles. And I've been a little busy for the last couple of weeks with other things and life.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday. I have to be there on Sunday. I mean, basically, I have everything in boxes still, which is fantastic.
Mhm.
So I just throw those in the back of the van and go. But I was hoping to get some other stuff done, but because of life, it didn't happen. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to show up there, set it up, have a display, talk to people. I think Joseph is going to bring some stanchions or fencing to keep people away from the layout, like we had over at Family Fun Fest.
Okay.
And I'm just going to enjoy the show, and I'm not going to worry about whatever. I'm just going to throw stuff out in the layout, sit back in my chair, watch the world go by.
But Dave is with us tonight because he's literally waiting for paint to dry.
Yeah, I am waiting for paint to dry. Yes.
Yes.
But we are also doing other things. And Sandy reminded me that she said, you better get back on these shows to let these guys still know you're alive. And
yeah, thank you, Sandy.
She's been pushing. She says that. See?
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sandy. So she's been pushing.
She's always thinking of you, Jeff, in a good way.
Okay.
You're a good friend.
Yeah, I'm not going there. Not touching that one. But anyway.
I've known Jeff longer than you.
Yeah, Sandy's known you longer than she's known me. So
she has. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So I'm taking apart castle walls as we're talking. So glad you joined us, Dave. Thank you for being here. And
well, thank you for allowing a show for me to attend. This is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, Dave, you're doing the show. It's near Etobicoke Park.
I looked at the map. It's like a block and a half from where you used to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close to where I used to live in I think it's on Rath. Is it? Well, I used to live.
And it's like a couple blocks from where Sandy used to live too. It would have been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a school on Rathburn Street, literally or pretty much across from the Tim Hortons. Not quite. It's a little bit further down from the Tim Hortons. Rathburn and Renforth area.
Sandy's reminding me right now that my first kiss with her, when I kissed her, was at your part. Was at your party at your Christmas party over at your house.
That's the first time you wait. You guys started dating in November, October, or when was your? Was it in November we did that show, wasn't it?
Our first date was December 2nd, but the first time she met me was at a Lego show. So what could possibly go wrong? It was at a Lego show.
Well, you know, she has no excuse for your hobby because she knew from day one.
She met me at a Lego show.
She did. So
hi everybody.
Sorry?
I was saying I just opened up the chat. Sorry, it's been like I'm a little rusty already.
No, it's okay. It's cool. So, Mr. Sunseer, how are you been doing?
I'm just talking.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I had COVID like not a month ago, so
yeah. I've got one upstairs who's been coughing for the past couple. Well, he's been sick. He's throwing up and stuff, but hasn't tested positive at all. Like he's had 3 tests and over the past, since Saturday morning, and he's not positive for anything. So it's just a flu or whatever. But anyways, go ahead. What have you been doing?
So Lego wise, not much. I got my 2 Bricklink orders in that I ordered in the past week. So, and I wanted to point out that both of them had really great packing. They were packed really great. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, okay.
Packed in the Ziploc bags, all the pieces separated into types of parts in different Ziploc bags. So
yeah.
So Weatherford Bricks, kudos to you. It's back in Alberta. So
cool.
If they're listening, or if you're
buy
looking
Canadian.
for, buy Canadian. Great service there. And today I got a package from the US. Another Bricklink store, and it was also packed individually. So,
North American.
I'm a pretty satisfied customer.
Hey, Janie.
Now,
Hi, Janie.
Our mistress is watching.
So that's basically what I did Lego wise. Otherwise, I've been busy preparing for the end of May show. because I'm in charge of all the communications department, obviously. So I've been doing all the Facebook posts and ads and answering, and I'm also taking care of all the people who are gonna show up and show their mocks. So I'm in charge of all the exhibitors. So yeah,
Okay.
lots of work.
So-
And lots of work ahead too, because it's only 9 days away. So
9 days away. Wow. Get back to work. You shouldn't be on.
Sorry, I'll be camping that weekend.
hey, it's okay, Dave. As long as you come to our next big event, I'm fine.
Our HR manager was at the office on, I think last I was at the office was what, Tuesday? And he was there. He came in from Montreal, and I said, hey, because his sons are right into Lego. I said, by the way, I'm going to be doing a Lego show in La Belle Provence in the heart of Montreal at some point, hopefully this year. And he says he's looking forward to it. So I'm sure you'll have some representation from my office at my company at the show.
Well, wouldn't it be better to have representation from Dave at the show?
Well, I would hope I'm going to be there. We'll have to see. Road trip. I'm going to
Road
try
trip,
to combine
even
it
if
with
it's
a
in
work trip.
November. You guys did Nova Scotia in February. You can do November. You can do
Yeah.
You can do Montreal in November.
I got to combine that trip to Nova Scotia with work too, because the work
There
paid
you
for me to drive from here to Montreal.
There you go. And it's not really on the way.
Go from Montreal to Nova Scotia and back. It was great.
Although I'm not really on the way, you could technically stop in and see me finally too.
No, I could.
We need to have
long summer.
We need to have a get together.
But it's really funny because when Sandy and I looked at the calendar, and it's like every weekend between now and wow, June, and then even we got camping and coming up, and then some camping in August and some camping in September, and weekends and whatever. It's Vegas. Woo! We're going to Vegas.
You're going to Vegas? Oh, is that what the big thing you've been planning?
Well, no, this is my big top secret Lego thing. The big top secret Lego thing.
But that's not Vegas.
I have no idea if it's going to be any good or not. I have no idea right now.
That has nothing to do with Vegas, is what I'm getting.
No. So Vegas is our anniversary trip that we haven't done because of COVID.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay.
So we are doing it now.
Yeah. Dave, you mentioned that you had and I think I already mentioned this last week. You had your Bricklink orders came in. I'm still waiting for my bricks and pieces order. It was shipped last Wednesday, so I probably did mention that. It hasn't arrived yet. Hopefully tomorrow or the day after. Otherwise, it had no parts that I actually needed. It was just an order that I did to fill up some space.
Yeah. And get a free gift for purchase.
Pretty much, yes. And if you didn't hear earlier, I did place an order this week on Shop at Home, because right now it's 2 gifts to purchase, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. And I needed an extra $20 or $30, so I ended up doing another regular or the bestsellers order.
Bestsellers, yeah.
Yeah, I ordered a couple of pieces there.
And they're coming in pretty quick. I mean, the last time I ordered it was a 3-day turnaround.
Yeah,
and
I ordered on Monday night, and it hasn't been shipped yet. So it hasn't been even out of warehouse, like it's still there. But I mean, Monday night, so Tuesday, Wednesday. Technically, it probably will ship tomorrow, I guess.
The worst I've seen so far for the bestseller is like 6 days.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, and they still haven't opened up the regular one yet. I think they're catching up. My order was originally placed on, I think it was April 2nd. I already closed it. It was the first week of April. My order was placed, and it's just shipped now. So that means, the first week of May. Sorry, no, that was first week of April. And I think the Bricklink Designer Program shut down somewhere mid-April. So hopefully, not the Bricklink Designer Program, the bricks and pieces.
The bricks and pieces.
So
we checked last week. I think it was April 20 or 20th.
Okay, something like that. So technically, hopefully by this week or early next week, they'll be done. The regular parts system should be back up, they said, in May. So they technically have another week and a day, or week and 6 days, till the end of the month. So So Dave, did we finish talking about what you were working on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Good. So I think we got all that covered up. Like I said, Janie has joined us in the chat. And going back to what my sister said, let's just jump over here. Yeah, that's the piece she had, only in gray. Eric mentioned the part number, so I pulled it up just to verify. But yeah, that's the piece she used in her little ducky face thing.
That's a good technique, Ivan.
It is.
It's a good technique.
It is. Good job.
It's not Lego legal.
Yeah, to put that into the bottom of a brick and then put another brick in that way, agreed. But it's still, we do it sometimes.
Yeah.
All the time, usually.
It's a technique.
It's a technique for sure. So is anybody else hearing a bit of noises?
Yeah.
Is that just me? So Dave, have you got a mouse on the table or something? Is that what you're... Well, you just muted yourself. No, I just wanted to make sure it was you and not something background noise.
It's background noise.
Okay.
In the house.
Yeah, no problem. That's okay. I heard it and I just wanted to know where it was coming from.
I'm surprised the microphone picked that up. So the microphone, this old laptop, I'm surprised it's that good.
What was it, like in the kitchen or something? Like
it's in the bathroom. It's the bathtub.
Oh.
Somebody's going for a soak.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, that's okay. It's interesting that you guys have a bathtub in your living room, but anyway.
Well, you can hear it from the living room.
So, and Dave, Dave, you had done a countdown earlier, about 9 days to go. I am officially 26 days till I leave. So I'm leaving like June 14th, which is the Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Please don't rob my house after that hours. So, but like I said, I'm going to stop in London on my way down on the Tuesday, sleep there, and then drive the rest of the trip the next morning. Hopefully get to Brick World at about 2 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. That's my estimated goal. And then sit there for 6 days, and then come back on the Monday. The way back, I think I'll probably do I'll do all the way. Like I'll drive as far as I can. So I might still get a hotel or something on the way if I'm exhausted or whatever. But for now, the plan is to drive all the way home.
Now, the horrible question is, are you going to wear a mask or not?
I will bring my mask. I still have a few N95 masks from my last couple of trips, so I will bring them with me. During public day, I will most likely wear the mask, I think. Depending on how busy it is, like there's almost, I think there's over 1,000 people registered now. So it's kind of crazy if I probably will wear a mask is what I'm trying to get at, but I'll have to see how it goes. If no one's hanging around me, then, maybe I won't have to, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so, I don't know if anybody has heard, but, well, at least in North America here, Lego Masters, I'm looking for the control key here. Lego Masters New Zealand has started. Well, it started last week. Robin Sather from BC. So most of us
really good guy. Like him a lot.
Great guy. He is the certified master builder. So he built this thing in the middle of this. This is from episode 1. And I forgot that he was the original. He was the first master builder. He was the first Lego certified professional in the world. So I guess because they mentioned that as well, because he's on a New Zealand, like a show from New Zealand, and it's like, why have you got a Canadian as your master builder? But yeah, so it's cool to see him, on the screen, because it's like, hey, I know that guy. But
we worked with that guy.
We worked with that guy.
We made a Sphinx with that guy.
Yeah, we did. So there's 6 teams, father and daughter team. I'm not going to go through all of it. Oh, well, okay. Maybe I'm not going to go through this.
That looks like the Rocher Percé from in Gaspésie here in Quebec.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like following him on Facebook because he's so enthusiastic about the show.
For sure.
And he writes about it so well. And he's so excited to be there to do this.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go through this because this is actually showing all the builds. I didn't realize that. This is one of there's 6 teams. One of the people on the team is Dan from BTB TV, Beyond the Brick Television. They were doing a show through COVID on Friday night, so I was watching them, so I recognized him. He's from New Zealand, obviously, so I don't actually physically know him, but he's one of the people I actually at least noticed or knew, I guess you could say. So anyway, next up, for some Lego and Target in the States. Yes, I know. But anyway, Lego and Target are teaming up to bring back one of the failed Lego idea sets. Failed meaning Lego didn't choose one of these sets. All three of these hit 10,000. And they're going to be basically offering where people can vote. You get one vote. And you get to choose between one of these three projects before May 31st. And Target will end up selling this set at some point.
Target exclusive.
Well, if they're selling them at Target, they're probably going to end up at Mastermind, because usually when there's a Target exclusive, it gets sold by Mastermind here in
Well, we
Canada,
can hope.
So.
We can hope. So the three choices were the Working Mini Golf full course, or Working Mini Golf course fully playable, not a full course. But actually, I really like this one. I think it's kind of cool because it's got little mechanisms to, little mechanisms. There's a Viking Village, also kind of cool. And Marine Life.
Yeah.
Also kind of cool. I mean, they got interesting choices.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which one will take the prize, but it's kind of interesting to see that Lego ideas are being used now for other things besides the Bricklink Designer Program, which is a whole other can of worms. That reminds me, I haven't actually opened that up yet. So just give me a second here. Let me just pull this Excel. Oh, look, our favorite Excel sheet. Let me just move this over to my other screen as we continue the news.
Excel is my favorite Microsoft program.
Is it really?
Actually, Visio is my favorite Microsoft program, but for
Visio is definitely up there. Okay, so next up, we have LegoCon 2022. So last year, Lego debuted the LegoCon, which was held in their offices. It was a virtual event. So is this. It's returning on on Alan's birthday, apparently, June 18th. Also the same weekend as Brickworld. So for those of you going to Brickworld, Chicago, you won't be able to watch this live, although maybe there'll be a watch party.
Maybe a watch party, yeah.
So this is going on. I think it's noon on the 18th of June. There will be special guests, live build challenges as well, and there is mention that they will have a new theme. I just will be given a sneak peek behind the scenes and discover the amazing new things the Lego Group has to offer. There was a rumor of a new theme. I don't know if it actually says that in here. We've highlighted new reveals and content from Brickheads, Friends, Marvel, Minecraft, Lego minifigures, Lego Ninjago, Star Wars, Super Mario, and more.
And no classic space. That's fine.
And the fun won't stop there. A behind-the-scenes look and download of many other favorite franchises will be a part of the event, including a magical building tour of Warner Brothers Studio, Harry Potter, special guests, Angus Larson for Mahjong, creative masterclass from the Inside Pixar Animation Studios with Lightyear director Angus McLean. Thank him for the Buzz Lightyear ships because he's a Lego fan, and the director of Lightyear.
And he wanted yellow canopies.
And Lightyear is also
downstairs, right? Showed it off because it's one of my favorite builds ever.
Yeah. Lightyear is also airing. Yes, there we go.
Oh, he's got in the box. I couldn't even wait to rip it open, so mine's already built.
Oh, mine's actually kind of back here. I don't know if you can't see it because it's off screen. But mine's just on the shelf back here. And Lightyear also comes out that weekend as well. So, I mean, it was more geared towards kids as well. 12 noon New York time. I don't think there's a time change going to Chicago. I have to look that up, but there might be. Anyway,
there might be. I think it's central.
Think so.
I think it's. I have to figure that out. Anyways,
no, because it's below Ontario still. It's Ontario's got. We are still EST until you get right to the almost Kenora border to Winnipeg before the time zone changes.
Hey Google, sorry guys, what time zone is Chicago in? Central.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember changing my clocks when we went there last time.
Well, obviously you were. That's why you were late for everything.
I'm always late. That's just part of my life. I'm just perpetually late.
So the whole show is being recorded and it'll be reviewable on youtube.com/Lego or lego.com/LegoCon. Wow, I feel like I'm promoting it here. But yeah, so it'll be 11 p.m. Chicago time. No, it'll be 1 p.m. Chicago time because it's Central. Is that right? No, it'll be 11 p.m. Okay, 11 a.m. Sorry, forgot to do
11
them.
a.m. Yep.
Yeah, forgot to do that change. All right, so next up, we have 2 events that were going to happen on May 17th. They've already started, and both of them already ended. So the second one we will talk about more in depth. But they had brought out the NASA space probe, and it went sold out within minutes. Again, so it was a VIP reward. It was available at 9 a.m. Eastern for 1,800 VIP points, and it was gone within seconds, like literally seconds. Brick Bunny's TV, I know Ben, he mentioned that he had gotten his hands on one. But yeah, that's about it. So I don't know how many. They did say there was limited quantities, but like, why even bring it back if there's going to be limited quantities, right?
I don't know.
And the other one's Bricklink Designer Program, which I said.
And that's the worst part is that it's not even filled with complicated or very rare bricks. So
Agreed.
why make just a limited edition? Just
Yeah,
it's
a little.
make a few more.
Yeah.
Be nice to the fans, would you?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna return this back over here.
Why is it the limited production thing? I just
ultra limited because people want it.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're talking about the space probe still, right?
Yeah, you use
okay.
space probe. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no mention of how many numbers there were or how many they had, but it sold out like extremely quick. Anyway, next up we have the actual sets that became live on May 15th.
Boo.
Okay, you say boo, but if you spend $200 Canadian, you get 2 gift purchases at the moment.
But boo.
Okay. Obviously, Dave doesn't like this because it's not space enough. It has
space. It's not space. It's not space at all. It's supposed to be a space.
I am not. I'm going to remain silent on this one.
It's cute.
Boo.
Again, I don't buy new stuff anyways. So it doesn't matter to me at all.
So yeah, it was $200 purchase to get this one. And then for an additional, and by default, when you spend $200, you also get this set thrown in. So 2 gifts with purchase.
This set is nice. The other one,
it's got a banana boat. Or is that a hammock?
I don't know, but it's nice.
It's an amusement rise, but I was trying to get banana and hammock in the same word without actually
banana
saying
hammock.
Banana hammock.
We're going to talk about Borat in a second.
And this one was available for I forgot what the price was. Oh, $90 Canadian or $90 US. So I think it was $130 Canadian, something like that. We'll look in a few minutes to see if it's still available. But yeah. Well, thanks, Mr. Blue. I did see this a few seconds ago, but I'm pausing for a second now to show it. All right, next up, Lego Jurassic Park T-Rex Breakout set is back in stock. And hey, why not? Isn't that a perfect time to actually check to see if it's actually in stock?
Is it in stock?
Because it is actually available right now. There you go. And Cosmic Cardboard Adventure is still available. Get a Children's Amusement Park gift is still there too. So they are still both available. So if you want to spend $200 Canadian, Jurassic Park plus another $30 set. Oh no, sorry. Another Jurassic Park plus another $70 set, $70.01 set. You can get both of those sets that Dave obviously won't. Either Dave, I guess, won't get. So it's Dave when he was younger, pre-Lego, when he still liked playing with boxes. Oh yes, Dave. But either Dave, actually, both Daves. They probably built that ship themselves. So yeah, Jurassic World is back in stock. I know it was sold out for a few days, maybe a week or two. So it's a bonus. So new set announcements. Obviously, we have the bigger one, Prime, which is the next article. But also just this week, actually yesterday, the official announcement for the Van Gogh Starry Night set, which I like it. I think it's cool. I'm not going to buy it because I don't have a wall to hang it on. It is handleable. It is 3D. It comes out like 8 or 10 studs. There's more pictures of that in a moment.
It's basically another set aimed at their new target audience, which is adults who have lots of money and lots of time.
And it was a winner. It was the winner of Lego Ideas back in 2020, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it was actually a set that was voted on by the public and stuff. And I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's got most of the features of Starry Night. I mean, they've twisted some bricks nicely to get some of it done. I mean, yes, there are printed dishes in order to simulate some of it, but okay, realistically, it's that stuff's impossible to do in Lego. So at least they've tried as best as they could. I am noticing these 33-degree inverted slopes or convex slopes in black, which I don't think we've had before. So I might not buy the set, but I'm definitely going to probably pick up some of those on Bricks and Pieces whenever they're available. So this set will sell for $219 Canadian. Thank you for putting the Canadian price in here. Available on May 25th for VIPs with 2,300 pieces. And let's just see if there's other pictures of the side. There's a nice picture of the front. It did come with a Van Gogh minifigure and an easel. And you know what? Let's pull it up on Shop at Home. Is that it? Yeah. This is the American site probably that I'll over next to because, you know, it hates us. I'm just going to pull it up in Canadian now because they should have a smart link system on Shop at Home where you can post and get the proper one. And of course that's disappeared now, so shoot. SDAR. Wait, that's going to pull up Star Wars too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it SDA? Is it RRY?
It's Star. I don't know.
Right.
21.
No,
yeah, there it is.
Oh, SDA RRY. I was right. Okay. So yeah, you can kind of see the dimension of it there. Let's just see if there's an actual. Here we go. So you can see it does stick out pretty far from the wall. So you wouldn't want this in the hallway as you're walking by, I would think. Otherwise, you're going to be
especially if you have a very narrow hallway.
Yeah.
At night.
Yeah. But hey, at least you get a Dutch minifigure. Although it's hard to tell if he's got ears. Did he lose his ears in a younger age, or was it later in life?
I can't remember.
I think it's later in life.
Yeah, so I wonder if he had both ears at this point or not. Anyways, maybe this is what made him lose an ear. No, anyway, I don't know. I'm just being goofy.
How did you lose your ear? I was walking in the hallway
and I hit my painting.
I hit my painting.
That's right. This tree sticking out here is just going to take off your ear. It's, yeah.
I'll take a look in tree.
Yeah, it actually looks like from the front. It looks amazing. I mean,
from the side.
Yeah, from the side it sticks out, but I mean, it does it gives that 3D effect because it is 3D. Yeah. But it does it very well. I am impressed by what they did. So good job, Lego, and the creator of this idea set, which I don't remember if they actually said the name. Did they?
No, we didn't.
They didn't give the guy credit.
Who's MoMA?
Museum of Modern Art, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shows you how far I'm.
Truman Chen, a 25-year-old.
Good job, Truman.
Yeah, from Hong Kong. If you're watching, well, awesome. Museum of Modern Art, New York. So it's a collaboration as well. So they got. I wonder if Starry Night's actually at the MoMA or not. But it's
probably if it's a collaboration with the museum.
Well, yeah, and it makes sense. You get the advertisement too, right?
Yeah, so it probably displayed there,
yeah.
Or the museum actually owns the painting.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, good point. So, all right, next up, the news. Most of us, first of all, are either of you two buying
Autobots transform?
Dave, you're buying this? In the news today,
definitely
buying a set. Dave is buying a set. Good.
I will say Transformers kind of hit their stride when I was finishing high school.
Yeah.
So I wasn't into Transformers because it was too young for me. But I had some friends in college that were still absolutely enthralled
Oh, Dave just disappeared. I don't know
Oh.
what happened there.
He
No
disappeared.
idea. Didn't watch Transformers. Anyways, yeah,
I've seen every episode.
I know. I
saw the original movie in the theater on opening night.
Okay, there you go. Which, like the Marky Mark? No, the
original cartoon.
Oh, the original, the cartoon.
The one where Optimus Prime dies.
Optimus Prime dies. Not the spoilers.
What? No, just joking. I don't know that I've
Ironhide
actually seen
dies.
that.
I took Ironhide worse than I took Optimus dying.
Huh? I don't know that I've actually seen that movie.
But Rodimus Max or Hot Rod was great. I'm just saying it was getting what's his name Orson Welles to do the voice of Galvatron. Oh, what's the big planet? Omicron? No.
Omicron.
Getting Orson Welles to do the voice. Kudos to the producers. Hey, Orson Welles, the biggest guy ever in the history of movie making. Hey, can you do the voice of this cartoon character?
All right, so
Leonard Nimoy doing Galvatron. That was good.
So 1,500 pieces for this set. Released June 1st for 169 US. I believe it was 219 Canadian, if I'm right.
Yeah, 219 Canadian.
Okay.
I'll put it on my Christmas list.
So it comes with the Iron Blaster, his Energon Axe, which he only used once, from what I recall. The Matrix of Leadership, and
it's in one episode in the first 5-episode series, so you use the Energon Axe only once, and I'm thrilled that they included that in the set. Actually,
well, the Matrix of Leadership didn't show up until the movie because it was not even brought up in the series.
Yeah.
They brought it up in the movie, and then of course they brought it up in the subsequent movies too, bro. It's a completely different Matrix of whatever leadership. So and they never had Hot Rod in the movies. So I was disappointed by that.
Huh. So is this like the Transformers the movie? Is that what you're talking about? Like back in
Transformers movie 1986 or whatever.
Okay.
1988.
I'm just looking it up as we're talking here.
It's a great movie. It's actually a pretty adult movie when it comes down to it. Weird Al did some songs in it.
We're not gonna take it.
Yeah, not that one, but yeah.
Cool.
Born to be Stupid, I think, is in there.
So let's look at Shop at Home quickly for this, because that's probably just easier to see.
But even the picture in the box, I mean, it's just perfect.
It is, and I mean, Janie does agree. It is in the MoMA. Thank you, Janie.
Thank you, Janie.
For if you ever do have this problem where it automatically the link brings you to the US site or whatever, you can just type in CA in the address bar. Just replace US with CA, and look, there it is, $219 coming June 10th.
Yay.
Well, that's not. You can't show this here because this set is not available when you buy. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I think 90% of the world is going to, if they buy one of these, it's going to be in this mode. It's not going to be in truck mode. Because why would you put him in truck mode when him standing is like awesome?
I'm just trying to figure out how long it's going to take somebody to build the trailer, because the trailer.
I'm going to build the trailer, definitely.
I have a crap ton of the you remember that light bluish pearl, the old gray pearl bricks that came in the Santa Fe train cars?
Yeah.
I think I got extras of those somehow. I don't remember how. And I'm like, those parts, like the grill bricks, those would be awesome in for the trailer, I'm thinking. But it does fully transform. The only downside people were saying is that his knees don't bend. So you lose a bit of posability. But the original model, the original toy, the knees didn't bend either. So, but for the posability thing, I could see people complaining about that. It comes with one extra tile because when he's in truck mode, he has gray, and when he's in Optimus mode, it's supposed to be that color. Yeah. So you basically get an extra 2x6 tile. The stickers on his shoulders are printed. The actual stickers themselves, I think there's only a few stickers that actually need to be applied. That one on, maybe that, this might not have anything. No, that's a sticker.
You think it's a sticker?
Yeah, this is a sticker. So there's the Optimus Prime logo, so the sticker on the other 2x6 will be there too. So, I mean.
You think?
What?
I think it might be
I do sometimes. Why? What are you asking?
I think it might be printed. I think so.
No, well, I mean, I'm trying to find a close-up. I don't know how close we can get in here. You can see there is a visible line there. It's hard to tell, but there is one. And especially if you look here at the Optimus Prime, you can see that line of the sticker.
Yeah, the Optimus Prime thing I could see, but
and I can see one here on this. I don't know if you guys can, but
no.
I do see one here, so it is definitely a sticker.
Okay.
I had Bumblebee when I was a kid. Well, when I was in my 20s.
Yes, and yes. Which ones do you want to see after this?
And then I had
Megatron. Definitely.
You can't do that. It's a gun. You're not doing that. You're not
Oh
picking
yeah,
that
you have
thing
to
from
do
Megatron.
that. You have to do that.
I want to see the
Either that
Dinobots, 'cause
or
those guys
sound
are
waves.
cool.
Soundwave would.
Soundwave
be
was
awesome.
great. I think I've seen some Lego builds of Soundwave already with the actual cassettes working.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see the Dinobots because those guys are awesome. I had all of those because they were cool. They had the translucent pieces on them.
Oh,
I did not know about
Grimlock
Ultra
was great.
Magnus.
Grimlock. Soundwave would be good. Even Starscream, but then
Starscream would
it's
be
14.
Yeah. JD's talking about Ultra Magnus, and I'm like, what? Who's that? And then I had to
That's
look up.
the same one as Optimus Prime. Ultra Magnus. It was the
and
blue one.
the toy had a white Optimus Prime in it.
Oh,
They
you mean
use exactly the same molds for Ultra Magnus as they used for Optimus, except the trailer was a car carrier, and Ultra Magnus would fit into it.
Oh, okay.
Which was really cool. But Ultra Magnus, the cab was white.
Well,
I think
this is Ultra Magnus then.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to go back and rewatch and re-educate
And
myself.
he shows up in the movie too.
The actual use the white Optimus Prime in the last of the classic series when he saves the world.
Yep.
So I'm feeling really out. I didn't know about this, and JD did, and I'm like, oh my god, I just got out geeked by Janie.
That's because you haven't seen the movie yet.
I haven't, so I'm
Ultra
gonna...
Magnus is the next leader of the Autobots, not the spoilers, but he's the next leader after Optimus dies, and he thinks he's not worthy of being a leader. And in the end, he brings up Hot Rod, who becomes Rodimus Max, and Rodimus Max gets to leader the whatever leader's responsibility there and saves the universe. The end. Credits.
Well, I'm looking for a copy of that movie as we speak. Okay, yeah. So anyway, and this is one of those first day buys. I think if you want this anytime soon, you're going to be buying it June 1st, due to the fact that it's Optimus Prime, and we have seen other sets. Obviously, the Jurassic Park and the Back to the Future car had both sold out really quickly, and then it becomes a little harder to find them. Oh, more stickers here, by the way, Dave, on his arm.
Yeah.
So, and when I say Dave, I'm just talking to both of you.
Yeah,
I thought I read that it was going to be that there might be a VIP release as well, but it doesn't look like there is for this one. That was just on the Van Gogh one.
No, because it's going to be available to independent stores. So I'm guessing it's not a shop at home exclusive.
Yeah. So
that's why it doesn't have a VIP pre-release date.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks today, we'll be crying or laughing because we got this set. And our wallets will be crying because we got this set for the 219 Canadian price point. I hope to God there is a gift or purchase at that point too, although there's not going to be. But I mean, it would really suck if they did that, and obviously they will because everybody's going to be buying that day. But anyway, yeah. Okay, onward. So we talked about the Rolling Stones set before, but New Elementary did this quick breakdown of it, and I had talked about how there was something written under the tongue. And I did remember seeing it in this article. So they do talk about the new pieces and stuff. It has a sheet in here saying they're transitioning away from single-use plastics. As you can see, they haven't actually done that yet for the bags. So they are dropping this leaflet into many sets now, saying, by the way, we're going switching over to paper bags. So I'd assume it's happening soon. New parts in red, or old parts, new colors is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I'm assuming these are the interesting elements that have come in the set. Lots of Technic, because it's, well, you can see there's the Technic frame here. But yeah, here it is, the 60 in the tongue. Yeah, so cool. One layer below the actual the tongue itself, you put in the 60 years. So you can basically have it with the 60 in there, because I think they have a logo that has 60 for their 60th anniversary. Or you can go for the full tongue. I'm guessing I'm not going to even say that anymore.
Jeff wants to go with the full tongue.
Anyway,
why I joined the show.
all right. So another rumor. This is totally rumor, although not rumor because
cover?
no.
Oh.
So Dave, you probably haven't heard about this yet. So someone has published that there is a new Lego. Okay, so we don't know we know there's a space set coming out because we've been told that for the 90th anniversary they're doing a Lego Classic Space set.
Yeah, that the kid in the cardboard box in his bedroom. Yeah, we've seen it.
Well, no, but anyway. So they did the poll last year. So the 4 finalists were Classic Space, Castle, Pirates, and Bionicle. Sorry, the page ran there. Initial rumors suggested Castle had taken the crown with 103 Lions Castle, said to be on the way later this year, which is a supersized 6080 Castle. But they might actually have
a really cool castle, by the way. I got that in a couple months back, and it's a really awesome set.
Yeah, I have stories about this in Christmas and me building it before I actually got the present.
I had the Black Monarchs when I was a kid, but that 6080 I didn't get, but I was really pleased with it when I got the whole thing and built it. It's a fun set.
Yeah. So, but there is a rumor here going on, or there's a product listing somewhere in the interwebs of set lists get distributed. We've looked at some of the numbers in the past. There is a set listed that is number 10497.
Not making it too obvious, are they?
Well, the thing is there's they're not quite that high in series yet. So they're right now Optimus Prime is 10302.
Right.
The roller coaster is 10303. Oh, there's a new roller coaster, for example, coming out as well. 10303, and there's a new Camaro. No, we haven't seen the pictures for these. 10304. So we're in the 103s, right?
Well, they could just be jumping it just to grab the number.
And that's what's leading people to think that they're actually building a Classic Space one as well. So we might get Classic Space, and we might get Castle. And Fazoom's going to talk about this tomorrow, but we beat him to it.
Sorry, Chris.
I think we would all be happy to get both of those as options. And I know you guys would definitely buy the Classic Space, and I will too, and I probably buy the Castle too, because there's a bit of a castle over here.
Well, especially if it's a 6080. If it's a take on the 6080, I think out of all the Castle sets I've owned, the 6080 is one of my, it's got to be my favorite.
Lego 6080 remake. Dude, there was actually already a picture somewhere. It was in a video, and I'm just trying to see if I can find a picture of a screen capture of the video. We had talked about it in the past, Dave. I don't think you had joined us that time.
Probably not. I missed a lot of weeks.
And I can't find it right now. It was a Back to the Future. Or was it Back to the Future?
Yeah, it was the Back to the Future trailer or.
I'll just keep on adding words here to.
There you go. Right down there.
Right down there. Oh yeah, right here. These two. Visit. Let's just pop this up. So we had talked about this a couple of weeks back. So this is a Marty Mcfly, and this is what looks like a 6080.
Yeah.
But it's been modified
and beefed up.
So we think that they might have actually given us what the 6080 might look like, plus with the expansion on it. So there's this picture, a kid holding the Earth. So there's a different shot here, which you can kind of see more castle on the side. And this brick didn't exist in 1980, 84, whenever the 6080 came out. I think it was 80. So, I mean, there's definitely parts in here that didn't exist at that time. So, I mean, again, all rumor and speculation, but we're all hoping and praying that
we love rumors and speculation.
I think both would be awesome to come out, right? Especially for 90th anniversary, celebrate both.
That's right.
All right.
Especially if it's a Galaxy Explorer, it's gonna sell like crazy.
It's gonna be a good year. We got Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. We got Strange New Worlds, and we got 90th anniversary of Lego. My whole world's coming together this year. It's great.
And it's Dave's 80th birthday too, I think. So
I got 102.
Yeah, okay, 102. Okay. Speaking of which, sorry, not speaking of which, but Dave, thank you for the idea of moving the Looney Tunes, breaking it down one on top of the other. That worked out well. I did one for the Marvel series too. Originally, I had them this across here, but this is one too many tiles for the actual length of the sign. So Dave Sincere, I'd suggested going on top of each other. I had the same thing with Marvel Studios, Marvel being 6 letters and Studios being 7 letters. So now my sign says Marvel Studio. I dropped the S because that's a $5 S minimum. So I decided to drop the S. It was worth it.
And do you still have room for the leaflet?
Yeah, I still have, there's a 5 wide spot here for the leaflet, and this is basically a panel here to hold it. So I just fit it in. So
cool.
Yeah, so I'm glad. I have a few more stands to rebuild, but I'm doing that as well during while rebuilding Castle, which coincidentally there's a lot of Castle parts here. Okay, we talked about that pin that my sister used. Close that. So brings us to our main topic, the Bricklink Designer Program.
17.3 million Canadians. Is that what you told it out?
That's what I estimated. Yes, I did the numbers. 17.3 million plus Canadian dollars was raised yesterday in less than 24 hours. I've seen somewhere that said less than 12 hours as well. I don't know. I started watching at 1 p.m. Eastern here, and when the program became live, I figured out how to calculate the physical number of each set, how many votes they had, because there is a grid on there, or there was a bar, a green line bar that said 50% funded or 100% funded or whatever, right? So I was able to watch that, and I realized that wait a minute, that's a bar. It's literally a graph. So in HTML, there's something in there that says it's this much percentage. So I can draw the color to the right gradients. So I basically just went into the HTML code and sucked out those numbers for each of the program, for each of the ones, and calculated it down. In other words, Excel is my friend, and I am a geek. In case you didn't know. Hold on. My kid might need some internet time here. He's just coming downstairs. Give me 2 seconds here.
All right.
Do you want more time? Yeah, he wants more time. Okay, I'll give it to you in a couple seconds, bud.
Okay, Dolly.
Thomas is sick this week.
Oh.
With the wonders of not COVID, we don't think, because he hasn't tested negative. I already said this was.
It's probably Norwalk, the same thing we had in this house last week.
Yeah, he threw up once or twice, but it wasn't as bad.
Josh was down for the count all the end of last week. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
And he got down, and I was sick over the weekend. Good time.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I don't get it. He was at his mom's when it happened, so he just came back today. Delay 30 minutes. So he's not, basically have called into the school and say, yeah, he's not coming back this week because we want to be safe and sorry, or better safe than sorry. So he's good now for a little while longer. How are we doing on time? We're hour 13. Okay. So yeah, basically what I did was grabbed all the sets here. We'll just remove the time. So this is basically all the sets. Let me just go down one more inside.
I like your color coding. That's awesome.
Well, this is just the gradient fill.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I basically broke it down into two sections. So here's the 3,000, which set would hit 3,000 first. And basically at 1:04 is when I started recording. It started at 1 o'clock. And I'm just going to zoom back in again because we don't need to
see pictures.
Yeah, you don't need to
just
see
numbers.
Yeah, so I mean, already the Chalet, which was the first one to go, it basically, the Chalet hit over 3,000. I just realized that red's in the wrong spot. The Chalet hit over 3,000 within 9 minutes. So that's just absolutely insane. The train station, the Stuttgart train station, which was the most expensive set, 300 or 3,000 within 13 minutes. Within 16 minutes, the diner had been funded, at least hit 30%, so that this one gets locked in as one of the sets. The Mountain Observatory, which was delayed a few rounds, took 18 minutes.
And that actually surprised me because I didn't think it would do that well, and it did.
Yeah. And then the The modular construction site was the slowest at 24 minutes. No, at
24 minutes. It really
22 minutes.
wow.
Hit 3,000. So I mean, I thought that one would make it in, and I'm not surprised it was the last one to make it in. But looking at the first 4 minutes, like the other ones, Steam Powered Science had 600 votes. By the time it hits by the time everything was funded, it was 1862. Now it did go up a little bit here. Like there's numbers all the way down to like 3:12 in the afternoon, because I think people had put it into their cart and didn't actually pay for it.
Yeah.
Until later in the afternoon. And so because someone had already held one in there, they still counted it, even though all the people that paid for it, they don't pay for it until it's shipped. So these orders just get moved from there. But yeah, the Waterfall 283 on the first 4 minutes, the Brick West Studio 266, and 88 for the Space Troopers. Space Troopers only got up to 301 over the period of time.
Like I said in private chat, I think if you would have had printed torsos with classic space logos red hair tanks, it would have been.
Even a variety of
a lot better.
Yeah, and I mean, I know there's a limitation on the helmets right now. Like he probably only used the helmets that were in existence and the torsos that were in existence. So the red ones were available lately, pure red torsos in the Everyone Is Awesome set, from what I remember. That haven't had red, right? I think so. But anyways, so yeah, then so by that point, I basically switched over to a smaller version of the grid that basically had the five in here. Total units of 10,000 was my count now for the gradient. And I also thought, well, geez, if, the numbers actually went above 10,000, the highest number was 1,000 or 10,148 units. So obviously when people are putting stuff in their cart, like I said, if you already put it in your cart before it was fully funded, you can still get it. So they're actually overproducing the sets. The modular construction site hit 10,007. Because this one again was the longest it took. Eric's saying that he got the Winter Chalet, but it's not going to produce it. I know I got the Chalet for my Winter Village, have the space too, but it's not going to produce it.
Yeah, he had the space set, but
he got the space one too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not producing that one. So I'm assuming they sent you an email afterwards, Eric, to say, by the way, we're not producing this one. But anyway, so yeah, I started looking at the dollar values, and when 10,000 units were sold at a price of $249 Canadian, this set is worth $2.5 million towards Lego. Now, obviously, some of that goes to the part cost and stuff. But
a lot.
The train station at $500 a pop, that's $5 million, and they made this money in less than 12 hours. $17 million.
I should have put my space station there.
That's a guaranteed $17 million.
Well, it's not guaranteed because you can still back out. Like you can still cancel the order, right? Anybody that paid with PayPal, they have to contact them later and reset up the payment because PayPal only holds it for like 60 days and then they release the funds. So, and these sets won't actually be shipped. The estimated ship time is September, or sorry, not September, is spring of 2023.
2023. That's like 1 year away.
Yeah, year away.
And
so,
that's the estimate.
Yeah,
and we all know that the first wave was delayed a few times before it actually shipped.
Yeah, well, it was delayed because they originally had 5,000 and then they opened it up again. So they had to push it back because they had to produce more units. So, again, we were saying that 104 is when I started tracking. It started at 1 o'clock. By 2:20, the Chalet was gone. Sold out. By a little bit later, so this is what I thought was weird because I was looking at the numbers. Actually, this train station was second at this point with 7,000 units. But I was looking at the 50s diner, and within 8 minutes, the 50s diner almost like doubled, more than doubled the amount of units sold. It's like, wow, that's just kind of crazy. Like, there's some weird issues where the numbers dropped for a little bit here. There was at 9,500 and then dropped to 84 for some reason. And then the next thing it knows, fully funded. So there was some kind of weird math thing going on the site. But just the point that within an hour or 2 hours and 27 minutes, the 50s diner was sold out. The train station was sold out. And 2 hours and 46 minutes later, or total, 2.5 hours, the Mountain View Observatory was sold out. And after 7:40 last night, I stopped checking, but I did check this morning at 9:44, and obviously the modular construction site was sold out. Like I said, I did read somewhere that was about 12 hours. I just stopped tracking at that time because I wasn't going to sit in front of a computer all night.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think that's a good day at Lego. It's like, oh, what'd you guys do today? Oh, we made $17 million Canadian.
And we haven't produced a set yet.
Yeah, what'd you do? Oh, we just let people buy stuff that they can't get yet for for another 3 quarters. It's just insane. So, and I had in our private chat, I was saying I'm interested in the construction site, but not at that price. $400 was a little too high for a modular. Yes, it was 3,000 pieces, 3,300 pieces, which is not that bad, I guess. Right now it's parts over price, isn't it? Because this. Watch me do bad Excel math right now. This divided by this. Is that right? I did that wrong.
Yep. It's the price divided by the number of pieces.
9 cents a piece. 12 cents a piece for the 50s diner. 12 cents for the train station. 10 cents for the observatory. 12 cents for the construction site. So technically the observatory and the chalet, well, the chalet was the cheapest per piece. But I'm thinking it also uses a lot of smaller pieces as well, so that could be why. But yeah.
We're in the wrong business.
Yeah, apparently, right? Like, it's just crazy. But
I'm just looking at a used lot in Facebook Marketplace. It's $100 for a big bin. I'm just debating.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I keep on looking, and nothing's ever caught my eye.
Well, this one has base plates in it. It has like the original road base plates and that crater plate that was blue, the end of the sea crater plate.
Ooh, okay, that could swing.
Wow, I'm just saying.
That blue one could swing me for sure.
And it's in Hamilton, so like it's just in the area.
It's literally up the street from you.
But I don't see any classic space in it, so I'm saying.
No. So yeah, in just over 12 hours they said it sold out. So,
wow.
I love the Jeff number crunching. That's perfect.
To back this up, it was during my work day, but I was in a 2-hour long business, like basically State of the Union type call of my work. Here's how things are going. It was like, I attended because it was some interesting stuff that I wanted, but I'm listening to it. It's like, I'm not working while I'm listening to it because I am listening. So refresh the page every few minutes, search for that string of text, enter the numbers. It was just something I could do in the meantime. And then I was updating everybody in our private chat as well. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? So the other thing I did do was I did pull the numbers already, just because nothing really changed. I had a quick look for the sets sales. We're pretty much leveled out at 68% sold or available for stock. So I think we're done for a little bit with this. Yeah. We might come back and revisit this in the
because their numbers are not moving lately.
They've been pretty steady for
it's a 70%
over 60% since March. So
it was definitely a fun sheet,
and it's near the 70s since like the past 5 or 6 weeks. So
yeah, and back in October we were at 60%. So lowest was in December 29th, just after Christmas, obviously, at 11% stock, 111 sets available. And then first week of January, it did jump up because there were new sets announced. But that was kind of a fun, fun little chart. JD, you can stop rolling your eyes now. Thank you very much. Because I like Excel, deal with it. But
nice to see that, Jeffy.
It is a geek show.
It is a geek show for sure,
and we're all geeks.
And Tyler Seitz, if you don't know him, one of the Lego Masters contestants, maybe winner in season 1. He designed this model, and I screen captured it because it's just awesome. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up what we wanted to talk about today. I think we talked about everything, did we not?
Yes.
I believe so. I think so.
Yep.
So I don't know. What do you guys? So Dave, you've got the show coming up this weekend.
I got a show on Sunday,
Halfway
through the long weekend.
Yep.
And looking forward to it. It's the Collector Toy, CTCS Collector, Canadian Toy Collector Show. And it's kind of like I don't know how many exhibitors are going to be there. Probably not a lot, but they approached Toro Lug. I guess they've been talking to Toro Lug for a while now, for other older shows.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Look at the potholes.
And
yeah,
so Toro Lug, I am a bona fide paying member of Toro Lug, so I'm part of a Lug again. So
do you know
the president asked me if I wanted to do it? I said absolutely.
Do you know what other people are going to be there?
I posted on their news groups, and as far as I know, it's just me and the president. So I said, everybody show up. So nobody else will bring anything to this place, so it's just me.
Okay.
I've done solo shows before, so this is perfect.
Yeah. So I pulled up the map here, the 401, 427. It's on Renforth Drive here, basically right where this. Yep. Pretty much right here. It's not is it the Holy Crest? Or is it Central? I guess
it's in the address, and it tells you right on the webpage, ctcs.org.
What is it?
Or ctcs.org.
ctcs.org.
Canadian Toy Collector Show. Etobicoke Olympium.
Yep.
So it isn't the school. It is. I thought it was right here. Oh, Etobicoke Masonic Temple. I'm pretty sure it's right in this parking lot.
Somewhere in there. I recognize it, but it's not a 2-day show, but the Saturday evening you can show up early for the early bird stuff if you want to, because it's basically a buying place. I don't know how many vendors they're going to have, but it's for collector toys, not like a Transformers, but like old die cast 60s, 70s, Meccano stuff like that.
So vintage toys.
Vintage, that's right. So and as far as I know, again, I've never been to one. So I don't know if they have, like, because Jeff remembers we used to do the Toy Train and Doll show, the Christmas train show and the spring train show and all those other train shows with Doug and Frank back in the day. And they made a point of having lots of exhibitors there as well as vendors. And before COVID struck, I was doing a whole bunch of shows, Ancaster and Hamilton and Mississauga, where it was like 100% vendor tables. Like nobody was exhibiting at all. Like going, I get it, I guess, but I'm hoping that there are more exhibitors at the show besides me. But who cares? I'm going to be there. So I
just saying, I was mistaken. I thought it was that park or that school because I thought it was Renforth, but it's actually Rathburn. I really hate roads that cross each other that sound close enough together. Sure. My neighborhood, there's Weller and Wallace, and they literally cross, and it's like I can't remember which is which.
Hey, I can top you there.
Okay.
My street actually crosses my own street, so we have a corner here that says the corner of Jeannette and Jeannette.
There you go.
So when I order pizza and they say they ask where's the nearest corner, it's the corner of Jeannette and Jeannette. And they don't believe me.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are coming in off the 401, you can get off at Renforth Drive. At least coming in from the London direction, Mississauga direction. If you're coming in on the 427, get off at Arrogate. At Arrogate Drive is actually coming in that way, or as Dave said, Burnham Thorpe as well.
Because I'll be taking the 403 right to Eastgate and then coming down Dixie until Burnham Thorpe.
Eastgate as well, which is kind of
coming past where I used to live with Sandy.
Yeah, and I used to live right over here years ago in a little condo. I used to work over here. Sandy
used to work over there.
Sandy used to work over here too. Yeah. This is, and for the record, the airport's right there. So the public is from 9 to 2:30, so it's not a long day. It's 5.5 hours. I'm going to be there at 7 in the morning because it's going to take me 2 hours to set up.
I could set up the night before, but I don't know these people.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're 100% trustworthy, but I don't know. And I've done 7 o'clock in the morning setups before and ready by 9 o'clock opening. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hopefully I'll be able to pop in and say hi, Dave.
very good. I hope to see you.
I'm hoping to be in that area. It really depends on how my kid's doing and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's just for sure. It took us a good 3 or 4 days to get over to Norwalk here, because it was very, very. Mom's still in the hospital. We're bringing her home
she
tomorrow.
got it too, eh?
Yeah, she's the one that brought it into the house.
Oh.
So, so she got it first, and I took her to the hospital last Tuesday. So, so today's over a week now, and Sandy's bringing her home tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Sandy got it, and then Josh got it, and I got it over the weekend. So that was great times.
Well, family time is sharing time, right?
Family time is sharing time.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah. Anyways, we'll end it here. We're at an hour and a half, which is a good time. Thank you to the Daves for showing up. Jeff did pop in. Jeff McElwee, just Jeff. He did drop in quickly before show. He's in Florida right now visiting family, so he popped in to say hi to me and just to talk for a few minutes. But he sends his best to everybody as well. And
I will definitely put it's always been an effort of mine, but I will try to be on more Wednesday shows.
Well, we love seeing you, Dave.
I love you guys.
Bugging you about the sets that you aren't
Especially now that the Leafs are out of
Whoosh.
the playoffs.
I didn't hear.
Again.
I didn't hear that they got.
Hang on.
I heard that they were about to play Game 7. I didn't know that they got eliminated, or was it Game 5?
The Game 7.
They're gone. They're out.
Yeah, again.
They're playing golf.
20 years, 18 years since they won a playoff series. 18 years.
Was that round 2 or round 1?
No, round one.
Round 1. Okay. And which other Canadian team won? Was it Vancouver that was playing too? Or?
The Oilers actually won.
Oh, Edmonton. Yeah. Okay.
The 7th playoff game. I think the Flames lost their
okay, so at least we have one Canadian team in. How did Montreal do, Dave?
We get the first pick in the next draft.
Well, that's going to help you this year. Yeah. So Dave, yes, we can tout that. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat out, or at least made it to the finals. But
we didn't have the playoff tickets, so we didn't care.
I'm trying. Yeah, I am still closer to Toronto than I am to Ottawa, so we're good. But Senators are still out there, right? They still play.
Yeah, but
sometimes. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hi.
So, but yeah, we'll end it here. Not because Josh showed up.
Bye, everybody.
We're ending it. So, thanks a lot for everybody who watched. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep.
See ya. Oh, and in 2 weeks, I'm going to go visit Janie. All right. No, next weekend. Next Wednesday. I think I'm going to go visit Janie. So I might end up broadcasting from her house. It depends on my driving times. If I can make it there in time. If not, I'll be coming up.
Take care, everyone.
Janie, you've been warned. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later.